Hi friends, welcome to an episode of Listen at Lunch and Learn. Today's episode is really fun. My name is Carrie Blake and I'm really happy you're here. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're watching the replay, excellent, thank you. You're gonna love this episode. Let's chat for a minute. How's your Monday, Tuesday going? Here in the United States, we had Labor Day. We celebrated Labor Day yesterday. And so that throws everybody off, I'm pretty sure. I don't know about you, but it throws me off. So it feels like today is a Monday, but I know it's Tuesday. So it's kind of 2 days packed in one. And so it's kind of crazy. But I hope if you live in the States, you really enjoyed your weekend and spent it with family. Take a deep breath. Here we go. So today's project comes to you by special request from a very sweet friend and team member, Stephanie. She has requested that I show you a gift box card. And I had joined a swap, and a swap means, in case you don't know, a swap means however many people join a swap, you make that many cards and you mail them out to a host. The host divvies them up to those people that joined and then sends them back. So I received a swap card from a Stampin' Up! Artisan Award winner and papercraft artist. So my rendition of her card, her name is Kimberly Myers. My rendition of her card is what I'm going to show you today. So I chose to work with one of these fun bundles in our August through, oh, I did it completely backwards. Let's switch this back a little bit. I chose to use a bundle from our August through December mini catalog, the gift wrapped, and it has this excellent bow making punch called Gift Bow Punch that coordinates with it. A couple other products I'm going to use today are the Playing with Patterns Designer Series paper. Oh my gosh, there's so much to choose from. These are all the prints, but I have decided to go with one, and we'll get started. I've also chosen the Playing with Patterns ribbon that coordinates with this designer series paper and the stamp set bundle with the small alphabet, which is really cool. But I'm using the designer series paper and the ribbons today. I'm also using Night of Navy card ink. So let's get started. You're going to need a paper trimmer. And the pieces that I'm starting with, Happy Tuesday, Luann. The pieces that I'm starting with are Night of Navy, and this is actually a half sheet of cardstock cut at 4 1/4 by 11, but we are going to trim this piece down to 10 1/2. So get out your paper trimmer and take your length. Set it up at 10 1/2. Well, I just can't get this right today. Oh well, I'm just going to leave it because otherwise I'm shaking you around with the camera. Something more for you to giggle at with me, right? Alright, so I've got it at 10 1/2. I'm going to cut off that little 1/2 inch. So now our piece is 4 1/4 by 10 1/2. And then I'm going to take this while I have my trimmer out. I'm going to move my cutter away, and we're going to do some scoring. Let me get out my notes here. We're going to be scoring at 4 1/2. So this is on the long side. We're going to score at 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 7 1/2, and 8 1/2. Okay, and you probably can't see very well, but that's where we're going to score. All right, so let's see, what's the next best thing? Okay, let's just go ahead and do this. So I'm going to take my bone folder. Do I want to do it this way? Do I want to do it this way? I want to do it this way. All right, here we go. I'm going to, at the creases, I'm going to use my bone folder and crease these all up. Okay, and then what we're actually going to do is fold this up into the card, like so. So it looks like kind of a stand-up piano. But before we do that, we want to use a piece of cardstock cut at, oh, let's see, it's cut at 4 by 3. Yep, so it's going to fit, that's my scrap sheet. It's going to fit right here, 4 by 3. So we're going to go ahead and adhere that. I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and put this 4 by 3 piece. This likes to stick with me. All right, take our 4 by 3 piece and we're going to put it right on top here. See how this is going to fold? We want to put it at the top end, the biggest piece that isn't scored of our Night of Navy cardstock. All right, next we're going to take this, we're going to flip it over, and I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus this time because we're pretty much creating a box. And did you know that when your refill or your inside adhesive gets down to the end, you start seeing red? So then it tells you that it may be time to change your adhesive. So I have another one here just in case we run out. But I'm going to put my Stampin' Seal Plus right in between these this end here, and then I'm going to, hope you can see this okay, I'm standing up my box so the bottom of this box portion is flat to my surface, and then I'm matching up these ends, holding them down, and it should just cup right up. And then take your bone folder and go in. So now you've secured your base box. Okay, so it stands up like that. All right, the next thing we're going to do, we can set this aside for a moment. The next thing we're going to do is take a piece of Night of Navy cardstock, and this is cut at 5 by 3. And we're going to pull out our paper trimmer again and use the scoring tool, and we're going to score this at 3.5 hello, there we go, 3.5, and again at 4.5. Okay, and we'll also take the bone folder and give our creases a nice crisp finish. All right, we can go ahead and put this on. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Okay, so let's decorate. Yeah, let's decorate. All right, I took a piece of designer series paper from the Playing with Patterns, and it is cut to 2.5 by 3. And I'm going to take one of these ribbons. I'm going to be monochromatic, matchy-matchy. I'm going to take the Night of Navy ribbon from the Playing with Patterns ribbon combo, and on this piece I'm going to make it into a little like ribbon for a package. So I'm going to use my paper snips and cut up a couple pieces here. And if I don't put my little pin back in my ribbon is super messy with pieces flying all over. So take care of that now. All right, so this is my top side, so I'm going to turn it over. This is pretty too, right? And I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus, and I'm going to, let's see, because I'm going to put this ribbon. Okay, so I'm just going to put it across the whole bottom. And along the sides. So that way I'm safe no matter where I put my ribbon. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap my ribbon around the back side so you don't see the ends. But I'm going to wrap this like a package. So this piece is going to go right about here, and I'm just tucking the edges underneath. And then I'm going to take this piece and go across at the top here so it looks like a little package. The ribbon on a package, right? And if it's uneven, you can lift it up. But this secures this down really well. Okay, next I'm going to, this is going to go on the front of this piece, but I want to pop it up. So I'm going to take my handy dandy dimensionals, and I'm going to use these quite freely because this is designer series paper, so it's very light. So I'm going to use more than I normally do to keep this from buckling on your card piece. Are you with me? Okay. All right. So I do have my, let's give this a try again, paper piercing tool. And I'm going to take the little covers off. Oh, I can almost do all of them. That one didn't go. There we go. Peels it right off. Doesn't matter that we have a little poke in the middle of the dimensionals because nobody's going to see that. But if you don't have fingernails like I usually don't, sometimes it's hard to peel off those little slip covers on those dimensionals. So now I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to fold it up so that I see exactly that it's going to be centered perfectly. And I'm just going to pop it up right on my cover piece. So the fold's at the top, so you want to make sure you don't put it on upside down. So there's pretty much our package so far. All right, next thing we're going to do, and this is kind of, this may be a little tricky. You may want to stop it and go back and listen a couple times. Here's how I'm doing it, and I think it works really well. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal Plus, because this is kind of a package. I want it to be just a little bit stronger. Okay. And I have put Stampin' Seal Plus only at this top little portion. Okay. Next I'm going to take my card and I'm going to fold this back. This is my card base. I'm going to fold this back and I'm going to set this right on top. centered as best you can. And then just lay that down. It's okay, we haven't put any adhesive on this yet, but we have secured our top portion. Now, I think the best thing to do when we're securing this to our base is I'm going to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on the back side here. Oh, and I want to use Stampin' Seal Plus. Okay, so I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus at the very end. And then I'm going to go up here and kind of gauge where the middle is, right at that fold line. And I'm going to put some right there. Okay, then I'm going to leave this laying down like so, right? And I have my adhesive here, and at the top of this score line here, at the top of the box, it's laying flat. Now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to lay it flat right over the top of my little box. And then, voila! You have a darling, yep, so my adhesive got down there. You have the front all set up here. Taking my bone folder in because my Stampin' Seal decided to, there we go. Okay, so now we have our little box, but we're not done. Watch. Here's where the fun comes in. Okay, I'm going to get my Stampin' Pierce mat because we're working with a photopolymer stamp set. This gift wrap is photopolymer. It's a lot of fun, a lot of different bows you can choose from. I'm choosing this bow right here. And I've got my Night of Navy cardstock ink, excuse me. And I've got a scrap sheet of Whisper White. And you want to make sure when you stamp it, you can stamp it anywhere. I mean, you can stamp it right in the middle, sideways. But however you stamp it, you want to make sure your bow is upright. If you're using a big sheet of paper, you want to make sure your bow is upright so that you can stick your designer series or your cardstock in under the gift wrapped bow in order to be able to punch it out. The beauty of our punches is you can turn them over and punch things so nicely. All right, so we're going to ink this up in Night of Navy because I'm going mano-y-mano. And I'm going to go down here to the bottom. My name is Carrie, my name is Carrie, my name is Carrie. I have two friends that are Luann. Did you know that, Luann? And you both say, my name is Carrie, my name is Carrie, my name is Carrie. That just warms my heart. There we go. So now we have this beautiful bow stamped. We're going to take our gift bow punch. And like I said, I stamped this. If I would have stamped it upside down, oh, never mind. Here, I stamped it the way I should so that when I go down to punch it out, I can line it up. And I still have room for me to hold on to the cardstock and move it around so that it's centered pretty much perfectly. And voila! There's our little gift bow. Isn't it cute? You also get two little tags here that you get to punch out. That's really cute. Oh, that's not big enough, is it? Yeah. And in the gift wrapped stamp set, you have this little tag right here that you can punch out with this gift bow punch. So you could add a gift tag to this card as well. Okay, so now we've got our little gift bow punched out, and I'm going to take my bone folder and kind of just give it a little curl so that it looks more like a bow. All right, and then I'm going to flip it over and use mini dimensionals. I'm only going to use a couple, because you want those ends to pop up. So I'm going to use one in the middle, and then another couple off to the sides. And that should be good. You can use more if you want. If you want to go down the bow a little bit, maybe we'll do that. We'll use two more down ones. Okay, press those down. I have nails today, so I can do this, but usually I don't. All right, now we're going to take this gift bow and we're going to pop it right here. I kind of want to see, pop it like this. Look how cute that is! And the beauty of this, we're not done yet though. The beauty of this is it lays flat and fits perfectly into an envelope for you to mail off to someone. Isn't that cute? Okay, so you got a gift card for a birthday or a special occasion that you're gonna give a present, but we're not done. Where are you gonna write on it, right? So we're gonna go to the back side and we're gonna decorate the back side. So we've got I've got another piece of cardstock, Whisper White cardstock that is 4 by 4 1/4, and you wanna just put that on so that you're going to stamp it in the right place. And we're going to put a little greeting. How about we put a little greeting right up here, and then you can write whatever you want down below. So we're going to use the Stampin' Pierce mat again for our cushion because these are photopolymer stamps. They do not have a little foam pad for cushion, so you kind of need that. And I chose the Wrapped Especially for You stamp from the gift wrap stamp set. And I'm going to pop this up in the top corner. Do I want it up in the top corner? No, I think I'm going to put it down here, like kind of like a signature. My name is Carrie. My name is Carrie. My name is Carrie. Voila. There we go. Clean these off with my Simply Chamois, which I just run under my dish sink and wring it out to get it wet, and any other residue that are colors that may have come off on here. It is pretty ugly. It's very ugly, but it doesn't matter. It serves an awesome purpose. So if you don't have one of these Simply Chamois to clean your stamps, they're especially great with the photopolymer stamps. You need one of these in your toolkit. All right, so now we're going to we can just use Stampin' Seal, and we're going to attach this to our card. Look how nicely that flowed. And I'm going to close this up because I get ink in a latte and I get ink all over me. All right, so now we've got this all set to go. Let's move this out of the way so we can have a lighter background. And I'm just going to center this on the back. And if you want to, you can... There you go, Cindy. Thinking of you. You just put it right on your card like so. Okay, we could be done, right? But wait. Let's add some little sparkle on the back here. So, in true matching form, I've got my Playing with Resin dots that are really cute, that go with the Playing with Playing with Patterns Designer Series paper. So I think we're going to add a couple little dots on the back here. And I think we'll go with the Purple Posy. So I'm going to pull out my spatula portion of the Take Your Pick tool. And I'm not going to use real big ones. I'm just going to use the 2 smaller sizes, I think. And if Cindy has taught me well, I'm going to place these. I'm going to use an odd number. I'm going to place these right there on the back. So now it's a little fancier, right? You could have used the Coastal Cabana. That would have been pretty too. but I like the purple posy. Softer, but it coordinates with these dots. Isn't that cute? Okay, I know you loved this card. So, you know what else you could have done is, if you wanted to, you could dry emboss this white background sheet behind it as well. But I think that's adorable. And let me show you. Just lay it flat and pop it in an envelope, and voila, you are ready. Don't forget to stamp your envelope too. Make it look really, really special. What do you think? Right? I love it. All right, we got more. I did another one with the Playing with Patterns Designer Series paper. This one I chose a purple posy background, and I used a different bow with the polka dots, and then I put Tied with Love, and this is Highland Heather. We don't carry the purple posy ink, but I want to give you a hint. If you like the purple posy color and you'd love to have a purple posy ink pad, get the Highland Heather and stamp off. So ink it up, stamp off on a scrap sheet, and then stamp it, and you've got purple posy. There's your tip of the day. All right, so there's another card that lays flat, or it stands up so sweet. And you know, if you send this to somebody, they're going to display it like that, right? You're going to make their day. So make one of those. And last but not least, I want to show you the sample that Kimberly Myers used, using the gift wrapped bundle. And she put a little tag on hers. She made hers Christmas. I made mine birthdays. And she did dry emboss. She used embossing folder. Tasteful Textures, I believe, is the embossing folder she used on the background there. And then she stamped a very Merry Christmas. Isn't that sweet? So thank you for the inspiration, Kimberly, and thank you for the special request, Stephanie. If you live in the United States, I'd love to be your demonstrator. You can order all these products that we use today and more on my website, carryout.stampinup.net. And I have classes in person with a limit of 6, taking sanitary precautionary measures. And I also have carry-out kits. Yes, carry-out kits to go. You'll want to be sure to be on my email list, though, in order to receive information on my upcoming classes that you can participate in. So be sure to private message me, or send me a message or send me an email letting me know that you want to be on my email list, and I'll send you all that. And if you share a crafting passion with friends, I want to be their friend too. So please have them join us and have them sign up for my email list as well. Oh, okay. Oh, one other thing. I have a BOGO, online BOGO sale going on right now. So if you want to participate in a buy one, get one free, please be sure to reach out to me for the link. It's today through September 13th. So that's a great way to get a lot of products. So be sure to touch base with me on that. All right. Well, you're welcome for the tips, Luann. Thanks for joining me. Everyone have a wonderful back to work day in the United States. And until Friday, stay well and be blessed.